really feather this slow. Like I can go slow with it, like that. Welcome to the Okie Woodsman channel. We're on our third and final video for my channel. Todd's going to have some other content on Todd's outside again. We've had a lot of fun running his other Wolf Ridge equipment, his Stihl chainsaws, seeing his tractor operate, just seeing how his meticulous Woodyard really operates. And that's one of the things that I wanted to see too. But right behind me, we now have the electric vertical splitter from Wolf Ridge, which is the 17 VSC. And I'm sorry, E for electric. Then they have the VSC that has an attached conveyor, correct? Okay. And then the standard one that I ran at Bunyan and really enjoyed was the 17 VS.
Yes.
And it was a gray color and it was awesome. What can you tell me more about this machine? You know, it is electric, so,
yes.
You know, do you have much time on one of the gas ones?
I've got quite a bit of time on the gas ones. Actually, that was the first splitter that I had from Woodman Cycles on demo. It was the C, so it had the attached conveyor, and I had that splitter for about 3 months. Enjoyed every minute of it. I did everything from making kindling to perfect bundle grade wood, and that's where a splitter like this really shines, and it also shines on big rounds. So once they're on the table, you're done picking back up and taking a chance on it flopping on the ground. That is the great thing about these splitters, is that massive work area. Yeah,
and while he's talking about that, may as well, if you don't mind standing right beside that, I mean, this is a massive work surface. I don't know what the depth is, but it's got to be at least 2 foot.
It's about 27 inches.
27 inches. So
9 inches there.
Yeah, this is just an enormous surface, very easy to operate. You've got your foot pedal here, and Todd has mentioned that because we're on a slope, the pedal's a little bit different.
A little bit higher off the ground. I'm on a slope here, so I should have put the tires down in the ground to get it lower, but it's still good just to rock your foot. It's working.
Keep in mind that the reason why this splitter is here is because it is tethered to the power receptacle. It does have a longer cord, but because it is electric, you don't have quite the flexibility of taking it around wherever you want to on the property. But keep that in mind, this is available with a gas engine, giving you the flexibility to move it wherever you want. And what's one more thing that you were telling me earlier about the towability on this?
So when you get into the high output machines that Wolf Ridge makes, you get this wider stance, and it's got the leaf spring suspension under it. So unlike the splitter that you would have seen Joe running in another video that we did, the 28C, it's got a standard straight axle, 45 mile an hour speed rating on those. But with the high output machines and even the vertical machines, it is the same chassis underneath, so you can tow these 80 mile an hour down the highway.
That's incredible. Let me show that real quick here. Leaf springs and all.
You can also get these available. It's an option, but I think they've made them standard now with lights on it, the wiring harness, so you've got lights and everything right down here by your tires visible, so you can use it with turn signals and everything.
Okay, well, I'm really excited to run this because when this machine first came out, and when Splitfire came out with their little electric vertical, that's just something that's fascinating to me, because in reality, all industrial equipment in production shops, woodworking shops, nothing runs on gas. Everything's electric.
Yes.
So, you know, when it comes down to outdoor power equipment, a lot of people really dislike the idea of battery and electric and all that, thinking that it's a plaything. But in reality, every large planer, table saw, mill, everything is all electric. And so I think this is really neat for the right application. Keep that in mind. It has to be the right application. So someone that's working indoors, has a long, terrible winter,
yes.
or, man, I'm almost even wondering, in an indoor environment if it's extremely hot.
Yes, I mean, you can
yeah.
be indoors with no fumes as long as you've got a 220
Mm-hmm.
outlet. This is a 50 amp service, and you see my RV here. It's the exact same plug that
Okay.
I plug my RV into. That's why it worked for me to have it here. I already had the electric service. You can go right to Lowe's or Home Depot and buy that outlet and run a 50 amp
Okay.
breaker, a 50 amp box right there.
Okay.
And run it.
Well, if you don't mind, go ahead and show me. Let's just go ahead and turn this thing on. How easy is it?
All right, so this first of all is your safety switch. So if you get into a jam, you need this out for it to run. And if you, for some reason, get into a jam you don't like, you can reach with your knee and kick the machine off. It kills it right there.
Okay.
So you see that a lot on industrial
Yes.
type equipment.
Yes.
So when it's out, basically you hit the green button and you're ready to go.
And one thing he's mentioned is the sound will be amplified a little bit more because of the fact that we're underneath this structure. We got the trailer right here, but I'm really excited to get some wood through this thing. I'm gonna be splitting various sizes of splits, and I might even try to split some kindling type wood as well. Cool. If you wanna see me run the gas machine, that's in my bunion video. Most all of this is maple, and we've got a little bit of elm and a little bit of ash in here. I think we're starting with this is the elm, right? All right, so this is gonna be stringy. Man. On this, I wanna go all the way through so it actually cuts it. That's some stinky stuff. That's terrible.
Smell good.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. This does have a log lift on it, but since we have this large tractor bucket that he has on his Coyote, he's got details on that on his channel. No sense in using that right now. That was something right there. Let's show the camera. Not. So when you split vertically, do you just like kind of working it like this, keep it together as much as you can?
On a good round, I'll hit it across there and then twist it all and go right down and easily.
Okay.
On good straight grain wood, it falls right apart.
Okay. There's a learning curve to every different type of equipment, and I think that this is a lot of fun. Wow. I love the electric. There it is, falling apart.
Beautiful.
Wow. That's so cool. Boy, you get through that wood in a hurry. We'll split a little bit of kindling just for the heck of it. Oh, never mind. One thing that's cool in these Wolf Ridge splitters is the fact that you can like really feather this slow. Like I can go slow with it. Like that. something satisfying about working with it like this. Wow. You can kind of make your table messy in a hurry.
Yeah.
Just one here. Nice.
It's that bird's eye view at the top of that is where these really shine, and you can make pretty wood out of less desirable wood easier than you can on a vertical or a horizontal, in my opinion, because you can kind of read that grain.
Yeah. Elm? Oh, this is the elm right here.
Now that one is a good example of the difference in vertical and horizontal. You got a crooked cut, it's a tree service wood, so I would flip that over.
Yeah.
Or you can actually lean it on that edge and just come down slow, like you were feathering it just now.
Yeah.
So you can see how it reacts.
Yep. We'll do it because I did it at the show.
But it does tend to kick back, but at least it didn't kick out at you.
Yeah, 100%. It's doable,
Yeah.
which is important for firewood. And these are really good for knocking that piece
So
off.
when it goes up, your natural instinct is to grab it, but just let it go up and it'll strip itself.
That's me not reading the wood, but
That one was a hard one to read.
salvage got a little bit of wood.
Yeah, a wishbone.
Yeah.
So when you get a piece like this, you can actually lay that flat and just come down and feather it.
Nice. Perfect. Just smashed it.
Yep.
Awesome.
Straighten it right out.
Nice.
It'll just crush
I
it.
cracked it. Now it'll drywall.
Yeah. That's because of the lean.
I shortened up the firewood. If you've never run a vertical, I would give it a shot, especially if you're going to be spending a little bit of money on a machine. Try to find a vertical to demo somewhere. In the right wood, it's so fast.
Yeah.
So fast. I mean, look how many pieces we just made. I mean, that's just awesome. That's absolutely
Like
awesome.
that, too.
What's that?
You can get a lot of pieces look like that.
Yeah. It flooded the table.
Yeah.
That one feels heavier for some reason.
One of these trees was a lot heavier, I noticed.
Weird how that is.
That one's not quite as dry.
I am honestly pretty sad this is my last piece. Wow. So I would say that with this current scenario, if you were out in the open air, that the electric would be, it's a little bit of a whine right here.
Yeah.
So I actually probably would wear ear protection still. Man, if you have not run a vertical splitter, you've got to do it. This is the most time I have on a vertical machine, Todd, and you know, I'm sure he's standing there watching like, man, you could do this, you could do that. Because once you're using it, you see like someone that's new, you can see, oh, this would help and whatnot. But I find that it's very easy to use. It's very easy. And I will say that for me, I did struggle a little bit with the slope and the pedal being a little high, and that's just because of how it's currently set up. It's not how it is when it's on flat ground. So if you're on level ground or a concrete floor or whatever, wouldn't have been a little thing. So you might have seen me shimmy a little bit, and it was just me not having run one before. But this machine's really cool. Todd, you said that you ran your gas one quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
In your opinion, where does this machine shine? What type of firewood production is best for this?
I think if you're going to want a machine like this, you're absolutely going to be producing a lot of firewood for one, because they are a little bit higher price tag. I think secondly, if you're doing a lot of bundle grade and less bulk sell firewood, you want a machine like this for this reason. You got that bird's eye view of that knife, and you can take a less desirable piece of wood. Just from my experience, I am no expert. I've got quite a lot of run time on a vertical and a horizontal. The vertical though, I mean, instead of trying to look at the end of the round when you're splitting, you're right there looking at it. And you could sit there and manipulate that. I make kindling on this thing this big around. There's some in the wheelbarrow right over there that I made last night with it. And I just stacked this table full of 12-inch pine is what I use, and just like Joe, he was being a little more cautious, which you should, but I can just sit there and
yeah,
and it is so fast. And you can even, there is a limiter on this. This is a 20-inch stroke. I can use this, and I can lower this wedge down if I'm splitting 12-inch wood to where when it returns, it's going to stop there every time, and that even makes it a lot faster. But if you're a person that is in bad inclement weather areas, and we're talking because of the electric, and you want to split indoors, this would definitely be great. But as far as the vertical goes, if you're making a lot of precision splits, vertical is definitely, in my opinion, the way to go.
Yeah, so I think that a lot of people, you know, like you mentioned, it's quite an investment for a machine like this. And so if you're looking at this, no doubt you're probably looking at all the horizontal machines, trying to figure out what's the best option for you. I think that physically, the ability to just have that round up on that table and just shift it a little bit on a smoother surface, I think that it makes a lot of sense, even on larger rounds. Now, I've never put a really large round on here, and I have heard that you can put some like wax or something on the table to make it a little bit more slick if it starts getting sticky. But I think it's kind of nice that you're not having to muscle rounds around or drag big splits back to resplit it. Do you think in your perspective, if someone is increasing production significantly enough to justify spending the money on this, or they just have the discretionary money to buy something like this, because they do exist, do you think that this machine would be a good choice potentially? This format, not the electric portion, but just the vertical splitter, would be just a great all-around machine, not just for bundle wood, not just for the rest of it. But I mean, do you think it would make sense for that person too?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, if you got a spot that you can just set this machine, and that's the struggle a lot of people have, because it is a little bit more to move this around and get it set up. Now, I do tow this with my four-wheeler.
Okay.
It will pull it just fine when I need to move it. But
Okay.
If you've got a spot like a carport or something and you're going to set this underneath and you're out of the weather all the time, they make them with attached conveyors. They extended this table on the newer models out over the wheels so you can butt a conveyor right underneath of this.
Yeah.
And what I do a lot before I got the conveyor, I set an IBC tote right there.
Yeah.
And if I'm just tossing it, I get these and I just toss them right into it.
It's fantastic.
It's so easy to do every kind of firewood on this, and that's where I think the extra money comes in. You can make bundles grade, you can make precision splits, kindling, but you can also make a lot of bulk sale firewood on this fast.
Like I said, if you haven't run one, you got to do so because it's like nothing else. It's not really, I almost view there's like three formats. There's vertical, there's the horizontal, and then there's the one like I have, the split fire that goes back and forth, which is another intriguing way to split. If you've never tried one of those, it's worth it as well, in my opinion, just depending upon what you're trying to do. And so those three methods, you know, you have the box wedges too, I guess.
Yes.
But in terms of precision splits, I think that the box wedges, that's out for that. That's more like bulk, big, like process a lot of wood in a hurry.
Depending on the wedge you have it with.
Sure.
They're coming a long way with the wedges on those two. They're making them smaller 2x4 size, bigger 4x4. And depends on the wedge, but you are going to get a lot more slash.
And as you were talking though, when we were splitting earlier, you were talking about you like having some variation in size. And so if you're using a box wedge and everything's a fixed size, everything's going to look and be about the same. And that might be perfect for your application. But again, this was really cool. And I really appreciate Todd allowing me to come over to his place, work with him a little bit. We've done a couple other videos. If this is the first video that you've seen with us together, we ran his horizontal splitter and the conveyor going right into his dump trailer. I ran his Stihl MS261 and 400C in another video, and then we're finalizing it with this video here, and it's been a lot of fun. Make sure you check out his channel if you haven't seen it. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, and anyway, sorry.